Hey guys, I'll tell you what, it does not feel like November here in Nebraska. It feels more like September. It's in the 70s this week, but the hammer's going to fall next week. It's going back to winter time. All right, we got Red. Red is in here with the girls. Got him in with the black bellies. Max, of course, is out with the mouflons. Getting started, I should have had a camera. We brought all the rams down. We had to take my son-in-law's Texas doll and his paint ram up. Red came in here. I didn't get the cameras I should have because it was wild. It was hectic. And I don't think, back in the catch pen, I got about a 5-foot solid wood gate. And I literally, that paint ram, I could see about a third of him trying to come up over that fence. So I always say you need tall fences when you're working with them. That is the case. But we got these out here with Red. Daphne, where you at? Daphne, you want a cookie? Daphne. See if we can get Daphne to come over for a cookie yet. I don't know. She's been pretty. Oops, there she found. She says, oh, what was that? It's right over here. Come on, you want a cookie? Yes. Come on. Daphne's a little camera shy, I think. Here you go, I'll throw it to you. How's that? All right, anyway, got these in, and Red was pretty busy right off the bat. Daphne here, yes, I think you were his first girlfriend, and Hershey on the far side was his second, and there was 2 more again last night. And if you'll notice, I'll show a picture if you didn't see it. They got some red spots on the back, and we're going to talk about that later. I got some stuff. We put a little on each one of them. That way we can tell. Oh yeah, okay, here you go. I can tell when one gets bred. Who wants? Everybody else want one? There we go. Cece, you want one? Anyway, put a spot on them. Put that on, and then you can tell who got covered when. I see them every day. So as long as I'm up here seeing them every day, then I got a pretty good idea who gets covered what day, and put it down in the record book right away. Record book, one more. That's it. That's all. The rest of them go over there for those guys. All right. Record book, I put in there the day they all went in. And as you can see, Daphne, that's kind of smudged on her. I tell you what, I got a picture that'll show 2 side by side. One that's been bred, one that's not, so you can really tell the difference between them. And that's basically what I'm looking for. We got Daphne and Hershey the first day, and there's one right there. Now she has it, number 6 right there. She has not been bred. You can see the smudging on those 2. They have been, but that one has not. And I got one other one over here has not. So out of 6 ewes, he's bred 4 so far. He's been in here 2 days. So with luck, if I could get those other 2, I might be able to get all 6 of those within a week's period of time. And that'll work out kind of nice because I know I got 4 now. If they're getting close, if I want, I can take them back here in that catch pen area where that whole thing is 40 feet long. I can lock them in there. If we can get some bad weather next March and I need to, I can always lock them in and they'll be inside. So when they're going to lamb out, they don't have to do it on the outside. Got a lot of cover this year we didn't have last year. So Red, what do you think? Red said, I like this. This is a whole lot better than being with the boys. There's no doubt about that. Yeah, that's one that hasn't been bred yet, Red. You get on that one right there. That's Cece. All right, we got 2 things to discuss. I'm going to show you the stuff we put on here, and I got one other thing I want to talk to you about. Let's go back inside. I got to get the tub and get the stuff so I can show you. I'll show you what else I got. All right, one thing before I go, I should tell you too. Here's Stephanie. Now, Stephanie is one, the last video, we put a cedar in her, so we've kept her in here separate. She's had this. This afternoon, my daughter and son-in-law come down. We'll pull the cedar out of her, and she's ready to go with the ram. All right, now let's go do the other stuff. All right, I want to go over something on the hay feeder. I had showed you a while back that I had, get in here where maybe get the light straightened out. Showed you a while back I had one of those, like those liquid totes, the outside aluminum frame. I was going to use that with these small lambs. They could go ahead and stick their head through because the horns wouldn't catch. But I thought I'd try something different. So here's what I did. These are the panels you buy, like this one's at Tractor Supply. These are 5 feet tall, 16 feet long, and basically used for goat and sheep panels or goat and sheep fence. In this case, to fit, I cut it down 6.5 feet. You get the little pointy edges stick up all the way around on these things. So I put a 2x6 on the side, stapled that in, and basically, if we can get up here, I got some eye screws in the wall, 3 of them. I got eye screws at the bottom, 3 of them. And then I just used some chain, and I used some chain to hold it out to right. I put a piece of plywood in. You got to close this end off. Somebody's going to try to get in and somebody's going to get hurt. So you do have to close the end. The nice thing is, it's right up here now. They're eating hay out of it. That's fine. Come spring, I don't need it anymore. All I do is take the chain off, unhook at the eye screws at the bottom with the clips. I can take this out of here. Or if I want, fold it up against the wall, hook it to the eye screws on top, and it can stay right up next to the wall until next fall when I lean it back out again. That's my idea. I got this one here. I got the little over 8 foot of the section left. I think I'm going to put that down in the mouflon pin, and that'll be for their hay for over the winter. So did want to show you that quick. All right, now let's get on to what we're marking those ewes with and something else I want to tell you about. All right, let's talk the stuff we put on the ewes to mark them. If you want to get into that, there's 2 ways to do that. Now, actually, in my son-in-law's case, we took his 2 rams up. All his ewes were out in the pasture yet, divided up. In that case, they smeared a whole bunch on the rams. Just smeared some on their chest, and you can definitely see the ewes. We've seen the ewes. They marked a few of them. It worked that way. In my case, I already had everybody here. We had to get everybody inside anyway, so I said, let's put a small spot on each ewe. And this is what it is. It's called Raddle powder, and it comes in different colors. This is red. My daughter had some issues. She was going to try this in her goats, but she ended up never using it, so we decided we'd try it. It says you mix it with vegetable oil or mineral oil. We just mixed it with water. It would probably, I think with water, it's going to dry out faster. With the oil, probably keeps it a little softer, so for a longer period of time. Now, we bred 4 ewes in the first 2 days. It's fine. The 2 that I have out there where it's still, you can see it, nice round, they haven't been bred yet, is that going to get hard instead of staying soft because we didn't use oil? Maybe not show up as much. I don't know. It's our first time trying it, but we were going to try it anyway. So that's what it is, Raddle powder. You can mark them. You can figure out which day they're bred. In my case, the last 2 days, I went back in the book. I showed that they were covered. Now, what I'm going to do is count ahead 17 days, and I'm going to keep an eye on that ewe. Is he going to try to cover that ewe again in 17 days? If not, then she's probably bred. If he does, well, then she didn't get bred the first time, it's going to be the second time. All right, one more thing. We started the ewes on a program. Now, actually, my daughter started this with her goats. She'd seen information on this, looked into it, found it, decided she wanted to try this, and it's a mineral, and it's called DuraFerm Sheep Concept Aid. DuraFerm Sheep Concept Aid. I will put a link to this in the description. If I can, I'll put a link to the marking stuff in both of them down in the description in case you're interested. She found out about this. She looked into it. She has dairy goats, and this mineral is supposed to assist or help in multiple births. So the idea is feeding this mineral for a while will tend to give you more multiple births. Now in her case, with her dairy goats, she's always getting twins, but sometimes triplets, and sometimes you can get quads. Well, she does a lot of bottle feeding. So she figures, I might as well get as many as I can. If I'm bottle feeding, if I can go for more triplets or maybe catch a few quads here or there, I'm going to bottle feed anyway. It's just a couple more to bottle feed, no big deal. Now, I don't know if that wants to carry over for sheep or not, but she started feeding it, so she had extra. So my son-in-law has been feeding his. I've been feeding mine. I don't know if we've been feeding it long enough. We probably should have got on it a little bit sooner. I'm giving an ounce per day per ewe. So I had, when Stephanie was in there, I had 7 of them in there. I was giving them 7 ounces of mineral. I was putting it in their feed, mixing it up, shaking it up, mixing it up good, and that's what they were getting. So DuraFerm Sheep Concept Aid, you know, look into it if you want. Again, I'll put a link in the description. Look into it. I don't know if this is going to help give more multiple births. You know, your singles, you're going to get singles from your young ones. I'm not giving it to the young lambs. If I end up breeding those young lambs late this year, one's enough for first-time moms. They don't need two. Sometimes one is too many for first-time moms. So, and they're not, usually first-time moms aren't going to have the biggest lambs anyway. So let's have her do one. But for my ewes, for the black bellies, I've been given this. Is that going to mean any triplets to go along with twins? I don't know. Maybe I didn't feed it soon enough. We're going to try it. We'll see what happens anyway. All right, that's all I got this time. He's in. Oh, hey, t-shirts. You've purchased some of my other t-shirts, my Ram t-shirt. I'll put a link to the Ram t-shirt in the description. So let anybody know you're raising sheep. Hey, thanks for sticking with me. Subscribe to the channel if you would. Hope to see you again real soon.